for fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, Easy Mutt. Use code VENOM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's good guys? Venom Fire here, back from the video, and today I'm bringing you guys my full gun bunch tight end offensive guide. This has been a highly requested video. A lot of you guys have been suggesting that I make one after I uploaded that money play out of this formation. So we're going to be going over the full scheme. I'm going to be in the New York Jets offensive playbook today. New York Jets is a really good playbook. Very underrated. The bunch tight end is obviously the main factor, but you have a really good bunch along with it. I would recommend running out a bunch tight end, but you can run it out of Raiders, Jaguars, Lions playbooks. Raiders, be careful. It doesn't have this tight end corner play, so if you're playing it on running it out of there, it does not have tight end corner, one of the most important plays to the offense in my opinion. But let's go ahead and hop into it. Before we get into the video, subscribe to the channel. 75% of my viewers are not subscribed, so hit that subscribe button if you are new. Bringing you guys all these tips for free. It's the best way to show support. But again, we are in Jets playbook today. Let's set our audibles. I got them preset: inside switch, inside zone, tight end corner, and PA boot over. Another play I'm going to be running is going to be X spot, which we'll hop into a little bit later. But let's just start out in tight end corner. Now, the plays I'm going to be running on defense, just filtering through, are going to be cover 3, cover 2, and then just man coverage. We'll start out with a base cover 2 to go up against with this tight end corner. So taking a look at tight end corner, there's a lot of unique routes. You see we've got an out route, a corner route, this little post route, and then a deeper corner with the tight end. Just starting out against cover 2, the setup I like to run is smart route A. You're going to throw RB on a wheel route, and then what you're going to do is throw B on a little streak. He's going to be our clear out. We don't typically want to have a post running over the top of a corner route. That's just poor spacing. So I like to throw him on a streak, just like this. Here's going to be what it looks like. Our first read initially is going to be Deandre Hopkins down the middle, which he can get open. Hopkins is not even known for his speed, and you see we were able to set that cover 2 for a touchdown. So you can get that open. I don't really recommend it too much because with a fast safety with a good click on, it's not super reliable, but I'll just show it again here. Again, be on a streak. You see how the tight end corner on the right shifts the strong safety out of the play. The free safety is still kind of lingering around, so that's the reason that it's not guaranteed to be a touchdown, but that is a setup that you can run. Obviously, another look at it, you're going to look over here on the left side, and you're going to notice that Christian Kirk gets absolutely wide open against cover 2. Definitely a throwable ball against cover 2. We will have some cover 3 setups with this play a little bit later, but for this standard setup, it's going to be better against cover 2. Looking over here on the right, you're going to throw this wheel route against cover 2. Against cover 3, you're more so looking on that corner route. But again, the setup was smart route A, be on a streak, and wheel R1 or RB. But yeah, let's hop into another setup with this. What this next setup we're going to do is we're going to take B. You're going to use Deandre Hopkins here to our advantage. You see he's on this little weird post route. What we're going to do is we're going to smart route B, and then we're going to streak A. So we're going to use B as a little crosser. I know he's on a post route, but this play is actually similar to curl flat out of trips tight end, if you know what that is. But here's a look at our setup. You see we already have an out route, so we're going to use that to our advantage. We're just going to throw Y on a little slant here. And then you can block your running back if you choose to. So here's a look at our setup. Obviously, we're going to motion Kirk over, just like this, and boom. You see we get a little crosser to slant combo. Can low ball that slant route. Not sure why he dropped it, but you see that's open. Again, a simple high-low read. See where users make your judgment based upon that. If I want, I could go like opposite. I could flat Y, slant X. I just like to slant Y and leave X on his route. It's just one less adjustment. But again, you see, as long as you have that crosser to slant combo, you're really set. Look at the crosser. Just gets into an overall soft spot of the zone between both coverages. So if I run cover 3 as well, I believe he does get over the top of that. Overall, it's a really nice setup in my opinion. Using this post route, which we will be using in some other setups as well, is definitely something I recommend. You can leave R1 on his little check and release as well because he almost acts as a flat route. And since we're not using any abilities, which is something I forgot to mention, but you do not need any abilities for this offense. You do not need running back apprentice, backfield master, tight end apprentice, slot apprentice. You don't need any of those, which gives you more AP to maybe get an escape artist if you wanted that. But Yeah, so that was our crosser setup. Let's hop into our last setup out of this tight end corner. What you want to do, again, we're going to smart route B, but what I'm going to do is throw A on a little out route. And then I'm going to actually throw X on a curl and Y on a flat. So similar to curl flat, we already mentioned that. This is just going to completely turn into a curl flat type setup. So here we're in cover 3. Take a look at our play art. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to motion Isabella out right about there. You see he's going to get into a really nice spot, similar to how he would be in trips tight end. And you just want to low ball that curl route. Curl flat concepts this year are really, really nice against cover 3. If your opponent's running a whole lot of cover 3, absolutely torch him with this. So again, I throw A on an out route. You don't have to smart route B because sometimes that shorter post is not too good depending on the coverage. So I can leave B on his deeper post. But again, usually you want to throw A on like an out route. Again, motion Isabella out almost to where he would snap the ball. Sometimes you will see, or that was cover 2. So that's a look at cover 2. You see the flat route's going to be open. You're not going to pick up as many yards. You'll see me forget to audible throughout the video, so just stick with me here. But yeah, here's a look at our play art. Again, motion Isabella out as far as you can, almost right about there. And you see, wait for that hook curl, because sometimes that hook curl will kind of bait you into throwing it, especially if you throw it too early. So be careful. Do not throw it early. You saw I stepped up in the pocket, shifted him to the right a little bit, and then we were able to throw it. So that's going to do it for tight end corner, though. Again, I'm going to try and go through these setups as quickly as I can. We got a lot of plays. Don't want the videos to be 30 minutes long. Trying to create quick, easy concepts for you guys to follow. But let's move on to just inside zone. So inside zone is going to be the run play we're talking about. There's a draw. There's other run plays, but inside zone is a really decent run. I believe Calais has inside stuff, so this isn't going to be very fun to go up against. And we are in a pretty good run defensive formation. But with inside zone, some things I like to do is I like to motion Hopkins out. And that's more of a man coverage type concept, but you see how much it opens up that little gap on the left. A lot of people don't know that you can actually motion Hopkins, out from that spot, but you can. So they would probably never expect that you can motion a guy from like the slot all the way out. But really, it opens up this gap. And you see Calais Campbell, he has inside stuff, and we're still able to run past him. We're not double teaming anybody. Obviously, if they did have inside stuff, it would usually be on the D tackle right here. But if Calais has it, we can double team him, and we can take him away that way. You see this play is just a walking 5 yards. This is one of the best inside zones in the entire game. If they're in man coverage, if they were in like a nickel complete set, if I'm man aligned and then pressed or whatever, usually there would be someone on Hopkins. And you see when I motion him out, that's going to take the linebacker Patrick Queen completely out of the play. So if they're running man coverage, that's one easy way to take them out of it. If you continue running that, it's going to be difficult for them to take advantage. Usually they will be using the safety. And if they're in man coverage, you can just motion them over. Look at Patrick Queen. He's completely out of the play. And Hopkins wasn't really doing much for us on the blocking end anyway. But that's pretty much going to do it for inside zone. You can obviously bluff it. I could completely bluff him by motioning Isabella over just like this. He's like, oh, he's passing the ball. He motioned his receiver to the right, and then you can still run inside zone. But you see just the blocks. This is 3-3-5 wide. This is a really good base run defense, and the blocks are really amazing. So use this inside zone a whole lot. It's more of a passing offense, but run inside zone at least 10 times a game. But yeah, let's move on to some other plays. Let's hop into inside switch real quick. This play, definitely solid. You got some stock routes that you can take advantage of, including that table route from Kenyon Drake. And then you also got this post route with Isabella that we're going to kind of focus in on. So our first setup is going to be A on a streak, smart route X. You see X is a little bit shorter, so when you smart route him, he gets deeper by 3-4 yards. I like this stock flat with Hopkins, so we're going to actually throw Y on the slant. And then we're going to motion Kirk over. So here's a look at our setup. We got a post slant streak, and then obviously this tail route that we can take advantage of. Cover 2, it's not super throwable, especially when you don't have a route actually on that side. So if you left the tight end, that would be more of a throwable route. But against cover 3, I do believe it's a little bit better. Again, the setup is smart route X, slant Y, and streak A. Very simple. Overall, decent concept. You see, we can check down to B really early here. He has a lot of separation just on a snap throw concept. But yeah, use this play a lot. Create yourself a high-low read. You have a lot of options on this play, especially late with the flat in the backside table route. So I can kind of roll out here, can lowball that slant right away. If I wait, I can roll out to the right, and then I have another high-low read situation between X in our table route there. A is acting as a clear out, so it's going to open up Andy Isabella on his little post that's kind of acting as a crosser even more. So you see I can roll out, and he's basically a crosser, gets pretty good crosser depth, almost 30 yards. So take advantage of that. But yeah, inside switch, I don't have a whole lot of setups with this play. Besides that, you can obviously create concepts. I could smart out A, I could maybe hitch Y and leave B on his little flat, and then what I would typically do is probably motion Isabella out like this. But you see, kind of gets jammed. I mean, there is other setups that I could do with it, and one would probably be like a curl setup. So I'd curl X, smart out A. Wrong play, but if I were going up against cover 3, I would probably smart out or put X on a curl, and then I would smart out A. So it's going to look like this, like a spacing type concept. B's on his flat, so I can go like this, and then I can check down to B, or I can lowball to X. So gives you options. Use this play a decent amount, but I typically like to use that first setup, and then depending on what happens, adjust one route here, one route there. But that's going to do it for inside switch. Let's hop into our last play in this set of audibles, which will be PA boot over. Probably the second best play in my opinion. Now with PA boot over, if you did not watch my money play video, you can check that out. I did a full 10-minute breakdown on just this play, giving pretty much one play touchdowns against almost every coverage, I believe, and then just this little cheese thing with the delay fade. But also I'll talk about it in this video. What you want to do just for the stock setup is throw A on a delay fade and snap the ball. Don't cancel the play action. You see I'm going to roll out, and then I can release him. It's really good delay fade, probably the best one in the game. You see it's really good against zone, but also man coverage. So there's going to be someone manned up on the tight end. That's going to be the outside linebacker. When I roll out, you will notice that I'm going to actually be able to get out of the pocket, get that guy to rush in. And you notice how they kind of flipped. The outside linebacker took the running back's assignment. Then that cornerback actually took the tight end's assignment. You notice whoever's manned up on whoever, it does not matter. Again, all you have to do is throw A on a delay fade, snap the ball, and you notice Marcus Peters is manned up on him, and then you roll out. He's going to rush him every single time. Basically an unguardable route. It doesn't matter if you're running zone and you still man him up, whatever. He's going to be open no matter what. Really good route. So with you knowing that, you can use that to your advantage. Use that play a whole lot, but we can create some other concepts as well. Just one off the top of my head, I can throw A on like a streak, B on a flat, X on a backside slant, so I can do something like this. We got crosser, streak, backside slant, similar to some other concepts I've shown. If you're not running the delay fade setup, I do recommend blocking your running back, because this tight end will not be double teaming, especially if he's on a route. And if he's not double teaming, that outside guy usually gets containment on the QB. Or at least cancel the play action. You saw there, I don't believe I canceled the play action, which was the reason that it was not successful. You see slant crosser. This concept is really nice against man coverage. Obviously, with the crosser being able to burn man coverage and the backside slant, you're going to be successful. An added step you could do instead of the flat is just an out route. That's better against man coverage as well. But yeah, overall, you can definitely use this concept. If I wanted to, I could keep B on his drag, throw X on a little slant, keep A on his route, just something like this. Again, you can really just build your play almost around that crosser. Geez, as we get strip sacked. But just build your play around one route. That's what I recommend out of any offense. You find a route you like out of tight end corner. I like that post route. I can build 3 or 4 plays around it with my hot routes. PA boot over, I like this crosser. Inside switch, I like the post route. You'll see later, X spot, I like that corner route. I can build, tons of setups around just one route, and that's really what you do out of any offense. But yeah, PA boot over. There is a cover 3 beater. I can't really do it right now. If you want to know how to do that, check out my video. Again, I'll leave it linked down below in the description to check out. But you see just this crosser is going to be really successful, even against zone match right there. Able to get really nice separation. So with that being said, let's hop into X spot. I gave you guys a lot of ideas with this play, I think, and you can overall do some nice stuff with it. If you have tight end apprentice, you can do even more. But like I said, we're going with an ability-free offense today. So let's hop into X spot really quickly. Honorable mention is this mesh play. Decent play, but overall it's not good enough for me to throw in the offense right now. We're going to run X spot though. And this is going to be more against man coverage because this play is very good against the stock man coverage. Press, shit over the top. I got Marlon Humphrey on Christian Kirk right here. If I just run this play stock, usually you will get separation. Now, I probably shouldn't have had Marlon Humphrey against him, but usually just this stock corner out does get separation. Just right there, you see that's Marlon Humphrey. That's one of the best corners in the game. He has man-to-man abilities. This is an 81 overall receiver on him, and he's able to get separation. So, again, obviously when he's not pressed, it's going to be better. Right there, geez, I mean, we're just getting instant shedded right now, aren't we? But you see the separation is there. Obviously, if I can lob the ball, I'm going to be a little bit better off. But right there, separation. Terrible pass lead by me, but obviously that's one of the best cornerbacks in the game. You see how it would beat man coverage stock. To create a little bit more separation, I can throw X on like a streak, and I would throw R1 on an option route just to give me a couple of other options. But you see separation, that's a man-to-man corner. He has man-to-man abilities. Easy separation with an 81 overall receiver with no abilities. So take that with a grain of salt. Obviously, we did incomplete some passes, but that is Marlon Humphrey. Moving on, let's run some zone here. Just stock cover 2. Now, some setups I like to do is I like to just smart route Y, and then I like to throw X on my flat. So I'm going to throw X on the flat, and then I would usually throw B on like a little slant here. So here's a look at my route combo. With A, you can kind of leave him on his route if you want. It does get open. As I try to throw it to B, I mean, the Cardinals' offensive line is just dreadful right now, isn't it? But that's a little quick snap setup I like to run. I would throw X on a flat, B on a slant, and snap the ball. You see how A kind of carries around any type of a flat zone over. I also do like that slant route from Hopkins. Another thing I can do is I would probably smart out Y. And then I would maybe curl A, or I would go with something like this, where I throw RB on a wheel, A on the little out route, flood type concept. And then Isabella, I'm actually going to leave him on his route and then motion him out a step. It's very similar to Z spot. You can see A does get open. Sometimes on the short side, though, those wheel to out route combos are not as good, so be careful about that. You can always flip your bunch if you want to, but that's more of a zone beater anyways. So again, here's just an idea of what you can do. Smart out Y, A on an out route, wheel R1 or RB, and then leave X on his spot route, motion him over, and boom, you see he gets wide open. You see the corner out looked like it was also open as well, so gives you options. I'll run that one more time. Smart route Y, and then you just go ahead, throw A on an out route, smart out it, and throw RB on a wheel. Motion Isabella out just like a couple of steps here, and you see how Christian Kirk does get over the top of that cloud flat. Can always check down as well. That was open. Both of them were. But yeah, it's pretty much going to do it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and peace. I'm out of here.